I united um, I united the earth with water, space with air, and air with fire. Hence the name Vaikuntha has come to me. Maya samshleshita bhumirabhirvyoma च वायुना वायुश्च तेजसा सार्धम वैकुंठत्वं ततो मम. Mahabharat 406 406 Purushah, one who dwells in all bodies. Puris. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 3.4.1 it is said, because he, as the first Purva of all of them, consumed Aushat by fire all sins, and therefore he is called Purusha. In short, he is the one who oneself which thrills all living creatures everywhere at all times. Puri Shayanat Purusha. 407 Pranaha, one who and to break. Therefore Vishnu is the supreme who gives prana to all creatures in the beginning of creation, and he alone is again the one who destroys all pranas movements in the body in the time of dissolution. 409 Pranavaha, that which is praised or adored by even the gods. Prana, there is a declaration of Sanat Kumara because it is being worshipped and adored by the gods. The self is called as Pranavaha. This great reality is indicated in the Vedas, Om, and therefore Omkara is called as Pranava. Thus the Supreme Self, Omkara, is Vishnu. Namo Maharajo Bhavishyati Pruthushravaha. 411 Hiranyagarbha. It is a term used in Vedanta for the Creator. The Lord is the one who annihilates all the enemies of the gods, meaning He is the one who destroys all the negative tendencies in all serious seekers totally devoted to Him. 413 One who in the form of the atmospheric air sustains all life everywhere. He is not there, but He is the life-giving power in the air. 415 Adhokshaja. Mahabharata says, at no time my vitality flows downwards, and hence I am called Adhokshaja. Adho nakshiyate jato yasmat tasmad adhokshaja. Mahabharata Udyog Parva 71.10. The term can also mean one who is not available for the powers of the sense organs to perceive, or it can also mean he who remains under both the atmosphere and the earth as the supporter of the entire universe. Stanza 45. Rutus Sudarshanat Kalaf Parameshti Parigraha Ugras Samatsaro Daksho Vishramoda Vishwadakshinaha. 416 Rutuho. Seasons, here it means the Lord of Time who governs the seasons. 417 Sudarshana, one who is easy to be perceived in the seeker if the seeker has sufficient devotion, or he whose meaning is auspicious inasmuch as it removes the seeker's worldly worries. 418 Kalaha, one who measures the merits and defects in each individual and who doles out the appropriate results. Bhagavad Gita says, I am the time of counting. Kalak Kalayatamaham Gita 10:30. Kalayati iti Kalaha Kalaha is also the name of Lord Death, and in this sense it can mean the Lord who is death or annihilation personified to all his enemies. 419. Parameshthi, one who is centered in his own infinite glory. Or it can also mean one who is readily available for experience in the supreme cave of the heart. In the Kathopanishad, the seat of the self within is described as Parame Vyomni Pratishtitaha. 420. Parigraha, the receiver. He who receives from his devotees even insignificant things as a leaf or a flower with all satisfaction. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktiparutam ashnami prayatatmanah. Gita 9:26. Some commentators stretch the suggestion of the word and find a meaning in this term as one who has been accepted as the sole refuge by all devotees. 421. Ugraha, the terrible, the one who gives fear to those who are diabolically evil, or as the Upanishad declares, for fear of him. The fire burns for fear of him, shines the sun for fear of him. Indra, Vayu, and Death proceed with their respective functions. Therefore, he is the terrible. Bhayadasyagnistapati bhayat tapati suryah bhayadindur. 424. Vishramaha, the resting place, the quiet, that state wherein people who suffer in samsara can discover a perfect rest and quietude is the conscious supreme Sri Narayana. 425. Vishwadakshinaha, the most skillful and efficient. All efficiency and skill that we find in the universe among the dynamic dynamic living creatures are all his expressions alone, and therefore he is the source of all skill and efficiency. Again, he is the one who is the very creator and preserver of the whole universe, and he must be the most efficient manager and administrator among the living creatures. Stanza 46. Vistarasthavarasthanuh pramanam bijam avyayam arthonartho mahapusho mahabhogo mahadinah. 426. Vistaraha, the extension. The Lord is named thus because in the time of pralay, in him the entire universe of names and forms comes to reside with ample accommodation for all of them. The term Vistaraha can also mean manifestation, since the Lord manifests in himself all the universe. 427. Sthavarasthanahu, the firm and the motionless. The firm, Achanchala, indicates that he has no moments because he is all-pervading. Sthanahu, motionless, means that he is fixed like the pillars that denote the frontiers of a country. Sthanahu, the terms here used are as one word because the Lord is both these at one and the same time. He is not only all-pervading and there 29. Bijam Avyayam, the immutable seed, since the whole world has sprung from him. He is the indestructible and changeless because of the world. It can also mean that without which the world can never be. Hence he is the undecaying root of all things. 430. Arthaha, one who is worshipped by all, invoked by everyone. Lord Narayan is desired by all, as he is the Paramatman who is of the nature of bliss, even the sensuous man, running after the sense objects, is seeking the Lord inasmuch as he is searching for bliss, which is the nature of the self. 431 Anartha, one to whom there is nothing that is yet to be fulfilled. This means one who has no desires, as he has fulfilled all his desires. So long as vasanas exist, desires manifest. Where vasanas have ended, there cannot be any desires, and that state is the state of self-realization. 432 Mahakosha, one who has got around him great sheets. The self in us functions through the five koshas or five sheets, such as the food sheath, etc. Sri Narayan is one who, as the Lord of the universe, Jagadishvara, is conditioned by the macrocosmic sheets of the universe, and therefore the great Ishvara is here indicated as Mahakosha. 433 Mahabhogaha, one who is of the nature of enjoyment, Bhogaha. He being of the nature of bliss, also he is the one from whom the great bliss, Bhogaha, can be gained by the seekers. In short, the term indicates him as one who gives the greatest happiness to all those who are devoted to him. 433 Mahadhanaha, one who is supremely rich with the wealth of bliss which he can give to his devotees. Vishnu is one from whom his devotees gain great wealth. Stanza 47 Anirvinnasthavishto Bhur Dharma Yupo Mahamakha Nakshatra Nemir Nakshatre Kshamakshama Samihana. 435 Anirvinnaha, one who has no nirveda. This term nirveda means the sense of disinterestedness that comes to the bosom of one who could not fulfill his passionate desires in life. The Lord is one who is griefless, as he has no desires to fulfill. In his fullness and perfection, he has no more any desires to fulfill, and therefore Sri Hari has no occasion to suffer from the sins of nirveda. Sthavishtaha 436 Sthavishtaha, one who is supremely gross, the entire cosmos being his form. He himself is the universe, and as such, in his total manifestation, he is supremely gross. Gita says, Dhyava prithivyoridhamantaram hi vyaptam tvayekena dishascha sarvaha. This space between earth and the heavens and all the quarters are filled by you alone. Chapter 11:20. That the Lord spreads himself covering the whole world and the atmosphere. The Upanishad Mundaka 1 to 4, Mundaka part 1, mantra 4 also says how the sky forms his head, the sun and the moon are his eyes. Agnirmurdha chakshushi chandra suryo dishashrotre vag vivrutascha vedaha. Heaven's sky is his head, his eyes the sun and the moon, the four quarters or directions his ears, his speech declared Vedas. Mundakopanishad 2.1.4. 437 Abhuhu, one who has no birth, or the one having realized whom the seeker will no more have births. Some people dissolve the line Savishtaha plus Bhu. In that case, instead of Ahu, they give the Lord the name Bhu, meaning earth, just as the earth is the stage upon which the entire drama of life is being played. Sri Narayan is the substratum upon which the entire world of experiences is playing about. 438 Dharma Yupaha. Yupaha is the name given to the post to which the sacrificial animal is tied in a yaga. The Lord is the very post to which all dharmas righteousness are tied. This means He is the very essence behind all righteousness. 439 Mahamakha. The great sacrificer, because the sacrifices dedicated to Him confer total liberation, nirvana. Also in the Gita, we were told, offer is Brahman. What is offered is Brahman. The fire is Brahman. The offerer is Brahman. And the goal dished is also Brahman. Brahmarpanam Brahmavir Brahmagno Brahmanantam Brahmaiva tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhinam. 440 Nakshatra Nemihi. The name of the stars, one who is the name around which all the stars and the planets including the sun, moon and other planets always move around. For this brilliant glowing field of light, Sri Narayan is the very excel. Hari Om.